How's it going, you sexy beasts? If you've checked out the community clash sessions put up by Planetside Universe or from one of my previous upcoming content videos, then you've seen the Nexus Battle Island. If you are unaware of what this little beauty is, then this video is for you. Since SOE has halted development of content in lieu of optimization, it's going to be a while until this Battle Island actually hits live servers. Since that is in the distant future, let's go ahead and show it off a bit and talk about what we know about it. As this is still on the test server, everything is up in the air with how it's being handled. Currently, the Nexus is on the public test server, but unavailable for selection and warping between continental warp gates, and is being used solely for outfit versus outfit gameplay. Planned usage of the Nexus and future battle islands is to bring an outfit operating a full platoon of 48 soldiers into a closed-off area for competitive play, and further usher Planetside 2 into the MLG limelight. Since this area is instanced off from the rest of the world, it's designed exclusively for two teams of 48 to exclude any outside interference from any players not involved with whatever is being presented. Enough of what the Nexus is all about, let's go ahead and showcase the awesomeness of it in regards to what we'll be fighting over, the bases. Set up as a tri-line asymmetrical layout, we're presented with 9 bases in total and our standard 2 warp gates. The beginning facilities on each side of the central canyon are a mirror of each other, with the central 3 facilities being the only true unique locations of the Nexus. After leaving your team's warp gate, you'll arrive at either Nexus Alpha if you're spawning from the south, or Nexus Omega if you're spawning from the north. These facilities will act as your forward outpost for your match. Featuring a multi-leveled fighting area, multiple flat cannon phalanx turrets, as well as a generator shield capture point, the Alpha and Omega outposts are going to be easy to defend and difficult to take. Moving to the east, we've got the Nexus Secure Substation for the south team and Hydroponics Compound for the northern team. These are built as a rectangle with 4 anti-armor phalanx cannons mounted on either road entrance. Constructed as a boxy fortress, this base will be easy to hold off attackers, but once they're inside, will be rather difficult to resecure a lost point. With the spawn room being sectioned off from the capture point, defense of this base hinges on good coordination. To the far west, we run across Argent Pass for the southern team and Slate Canyon Hold for the northern team. This base gives off a very Starship Trooper vibe with its triangular shape and 5 anti-armor phalanx cannons mounted on each road entrance. Another very interesting design, with the spawn room sectioned off from the capture point and only a bridgeway connecting the two. Moving into the middle of the top lane, we have Gorge Garrison, the first of 3 large facilities. This base is built with 3 capture points, moving linearly from the southwestern end of the base up to the northeastern. Despite the points being lined up along the facility, the multi-level design of the facility will surely add variety to the skirmishes held there. Can't wait to see what kind of plays the organized outfits can pull off in the many levels of Gorge Garrison. In the middle of the bottom lane, we have the Aeroszek Satcom Hub. At first glimpse, it looks like a standard tech plant, but once we get closer, it's a tri-capture point facility with assets built atop the tech plant. To the north and south of the Satcom Hub, there are ramps covered with a protective barrier to help secure sunders and a nice little camping spot. As if light assaults weren't scary enough for normal tech plants, this facility looks like a dream come true for the hit and run class. Personally, my favorite part of the Satcom Hub is the fact that the top of the tech plant is actually designed like its own outpost, aside from the current tech plants that we are all used to. And finally, the one central point on the map is the Granite Reactor, which I'm sure is going to be the most fought over location. Accessible only from the northern Bitter Gorge Garrison or the southern passages from the Hydroponics Compound or Nexus Secure Substation, this facility is another tri-capture point location, featuring the most badass fighting areas available in any Planetside 2 facility. The Granite Reactor is a very aesthetically pleasing location to fight within. Having a total of 4 levels of ground to cover, both defense and offense will have difficulty performing their roles, as this is the base built into the mountain of the Nexus itself. Now that we've all seen the areas that build up this particular battle island, let's talk about how it's going to be handled for both professional use and public purposes. This is solely all speculation, as none of the usage has been confirmed, but only hinted from different developers. As for professional usage, it will be handled much like it is now on the public test server. The bases will be set as neutral, with each team's warp gate being their starting location. Once the battle has begun, then the warp gate will open up and allow each team to start heading to their objectives at the same time. Each player will have everything unlocked and will need to set up their loadouts with whatever they wish to use. For public use, I could see the Nexus acting like an instanced battleground from World of Warcraft or Rift, where players will have to queue up to join a game and the player pool will fill up each team to get the game started. The game should only start once both sides have reached the 48 player maximum and yield normal experience and certification gain. I'm not entirely sure on what victory conditions there are, but I would assume that the recent release of the World Domination series would give us some insight on how it might work. Capturing any outpost will yield a team 1 point, capturing Bitter Gorge Garrison or Aeroszek Satcom Hub will yield 3 points, and capturing the inner Granite Head Reactor will yield 5 points. For every 5-minute interval or so, each team is awarded 2 points per location held. First team to 250 points wins. That's just a game type that I think the Nexus could be used for. Another one would just be straight up domination, being the first team to capture the enemy team's Nexus Alpha or Omega wins. Since the Nexus uses the lattice system, the offensive team would need to capture the majority of territory in order to win. There you have it, you sexy beasts, the Nexus Battle Islands in its visual entirety. Due to the Nexus still being on the test server and the fact that current content is on hold until the optimization updates come out, it'll be a while until the Nexus comes out, and it may be completely revamped once it hits live servers. What are your thoughts about the Battle Islands? Are you guys interested in trying it out, or are you going to prefer fighting on Amerish or Hassan? Personally, I think it's going to be an awesome fight in a much smaller area while still having nearly 100 players in the zone. We'll also cut back on the people calling the 4th faction, so hopefully people have less to cry about in combat. But I've been wrong before. Let me know in the comment section below of your favorite selection or location of the Nexus. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a mega super awesome big ass thumbs up. Want to see more videos like this? Then go ahead and subscribe. It's free.